Waste it all. Waste it all. Yeah, let's roll, dude. We're looking at Aftershock. Aftershock's High Income Guide. I actually picked this up at the library. I'm a little bit shocked by this. I did not expect to find something like this, right? And the reason I say that, and I haven't read through this yet, but I did skim through it, and I noticed that it actually makes some interesting stock picks. So what we're going to do is we're going to skim through this, and I'm going to show you what Aftershock's High Income Guide recommends. Now, granted, this is not financial advice. Period. End of story. Talk to a financial advisor. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only, right? But having said that, though, it is interesting to see what this book picks, right? I'm always curious what a book picks or what an author of a specific publication actually picks for their stock choices. Now, that stuff's interesting to me. Am I a little crazy for it? Sure. Absolutely. Okay, let's begin. So we're going to pull open the book, and we're going to masturbate. Thinking about cooking some food here in a second. Might cook some chili. Oh, no. Oh, no, we got the trolls coming in. We got all the trolls coming in. What's up, my bony brothers? My brony brothers? I did not... Look, I did not want my stream to start out like that. I was not expecting this. My brony brothers. Let's go. Let's continue. Okay. So this is Aftershock's High Income Guide. This is pretty interesting stuff. Now, I'm not going to read every single page of this, but I am curious more. I am more curious about what sort of stocks they pick in this book, right? So I like that they talk about the stealth tax that takes the biggest bite of all, which they're talking about is inflation. But they do, when I was skimming through this a little bit earlier, as I was walking around, I noticed, this is the book, by the way. River wants me to say his name. Say my name, say my name. So River Corio? Anyway, whatever. I'm curious to see what sort of stock picks, because I think one of them was actually Altria Group, which is a company that I already own. We'll see, though. We'll see. One moment. Oh, pension plans. What a grift. Pension plans are a grift, by the way. Patrick Bateman. Dude, we got Patrick Bateman in the house. The Patrick Bateman. I just want to let you know. River's going to be wet. I'm Patrick Bateman. I'm 26 years old. I live in a high-rise in New York City. I'm quite a catch. Dude, Patrick Bateman is in the house, dude. Patrick mother effing Bateman, dude. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh my god, I'm so freaking stoked. I'm so torqued right now, dude. Dude, my dong is so effing effing. My dong is like hard. Really. Extremely. I am simply not there. I am simply not there. I'm Patrick Bateman. Okay, so I got to see if research for dividend growth stocks. Yep. Yeah. 3 dividend. Okay, so here we go. This is their recommendation. This is chapter 6 of the book, page 25. It says 3 dividend giants safe for income. Now it's saying safe income payout number 1 is a healthcare giant built for dividend reinvestment. The first dividend stock won't come as a surprise to any value investor. It's a core holding in the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio. It's also one of the 10 individual stocks that Warren Buffett owns outside of his stake in Berkshire. In fact, he likes it so much he owns over 4 million shares. Johnson & Johnson. By the way, Johnson & Johnson is a solid stock. It is a major conglomerate. My God. The thing about Johnson & Johnson is, man, their product pipeline is insane. I think they may have lessened it recently. I can't remember. The company's products range from brand name pharmaceuticals to medical devices and equipment all the way down to baby powder. It's a global giant that has just celebrated its 125th anniversary. But bad news is hitting J&J from all over. UF sales have been flat since 2007. The company has had to recall products. 2 of the drugs. Oh, man. Damn, dude. Johnson & Johnson's been an incredible company for a while. But yeah, no, straight up. I am simply not there. No, J&J, dude. I'm a big J&J guy. I like Johnson & Johnson really is a stellar company, man. It is one of those companies that I think is good to hold. Now, it's recommending Johnson & Johnson as a long-term hold. I can't disagree with that. Ooh, another safe income payout is North America's top food producer is dishing out the income. This company's products are well known to every grocery store, blah, blah, blah. They include Nabisco, Oreo, Maxwell House, Oscar Mayer, and far more. 40 of its brands are over 100 years old. Add a recent major acquisition, and you got a food company with bigger exposure to confectionaries than Hershey. It's none other than Kraft Foods, a cash flow king and global powerhouse. Yeah, Kraft Foods is an amazing company. That is one I do recommend that you hold. Oh, I can't recommend it. Take that back. That's what this book recommends. An error in my. So this book is recommending Kraft Foods. Interesting. It's a good company. It really is. None of this is financial advice, though, for entertainment and educational purposes only. Yeah, so this is recommending Johnson & Johnson and Kraft Foods, which I own both of those, technically. Ah, interesting. A value play.
Laugh out loud.
In a surprising place, a key player in the internet infrastructure. As one of today's most unloved companies, Cisco System looks like an astute purchase for any value-oriented investor. Why? Because it's a major global player and sports a fortress-like balance sheet that would make Warren Buffett envious. I mean, I do own Cisco Systems as well. It's really cool. Hey, thank you so much, Static Radio. I appreciate that, brother. Make sure you guys subscribe to @static_radio. It looks like instead of an I, it's a 1. But I appreciate it, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to my boy. We just highlighted him on the top. Thank you, my brony brother, man. I appreciate that, bro. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. Thank you, Static Radio, once again, my brony baloney brother. I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep reading this real quick. Make sure you guys give some love to Static_Radio. We're gonna keep that super chat highlighted until the next super chat comes in, possibly. We'll see. Let's see. I'm a huge fan of Cisco Systems, though. I think it's one of the better companies, and it's one of those that I have as a long-term holding in my portfolio as well. This is cool. This is amazing. Oh, and here's a bonus. So this is a fourth pick that they made. Bonus, safe income payout number 4, a fat yield on a perpetually unloved common stock. Most common stocks simply won't provide investors with a high enough stream of current income the moment they're purchased, while a 2 to 3% yield is certainly better than cash under the mattress or in the bank. It's nowhere near the 4% that most retirement planners advise their clients to be able to safely pull out each year. Altria Group, there it is. So this, I'm reading from the book directly. It's saying here, the best thing investors should do with common stocks is allow them time to compound. Decades would be ideal, but for anyone approaching retirement, massively underfunded, higher yielding stocks are needed. So with a current yield at a fat 6%, investors may want to take a closer look at Altria Group, ticker symbol MO. I also hold Altria. It's funny that they recommend all these because I actually hold all of these particular stocks. So I'm very happy about that. I'm kind of curious. More importantly, the dividend has substantially increased over the years, even accounting for the spinoff of Phil. Oh, wow. Well, not as cheap as it was during the heyday of tobacco litigation in the 1990s. Margins remain healthy and the company remains profitable. In a world where the company can't advertise its primary product margins are 24%. Return on equity is 82%. It's kind of... that's brilliant, man. I love Altria Group, though. Yeah, I prefer to have just a very diversified dividend portfolio, though, when it comes to my individual stock holdings. Now, a lot of my ETFs, they hold companies that don't pay dividends as well. And the reason I hold ETFs instead of those individual companies is because, well, honestly, I prefer to, if I'm going to invest in a company, I want it to be a solid company. If I'm going to invest outside of an ETF specifically, is what I mean. So, for example, I have a lot of ETFs in my portfolio, but I also have individual stocks. Now, when I jump up into individual stocks, the ones that I want the most are typically going to be, basically good, solid dividend stocks. I want companies that are solid. I want good balance sheets. I don't care what the market has to say about it. I want to know what is good about this company. What does it do? Does it have multiple products? Like, does it have a wide product pipeline? Does it offer services? Does it offer products? What does this company do? Ultimately, I want to know what it does, how is it managed, and what's the future outlook look like. So, yeah, no, there's a lot of good companies out there, man. Are you guys pink brony bros, by the way? Ooh. Oh, okay. Chapter 7. Check this out. They talk about REITs in this chapter. So, this chapter is called Become a Landowner Without the Hassle, Real Estate Investment Trust. This is the chapter, by the way, that I'm about ready. These pages are about ready to get pretty sticky, if anything. And because you all know how much I love real estate investment trust, right? You guys are aware of my homoerotic love of REITs. I would assume you all know this at this point. Give me one moment. By the way, I'm really curious to see what sort of REITs they recommend and what their philosophy is on REITs, because I love REITs. I love being exposed to real estate without actually having to deal with the real estate, because technically I'm an owner of the real estate when I own the REITs. But I don't have to deal with the tenants. I don't have to deal with the maintenance. It's all dealt with by other people. I don't have to take out even a loan to invest in these companies. It's amazing, dude. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm trying to find something real quick. Oh, okay. I think it should be under Aftershock. Hold on. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. How much to go bald? I don't know. If you were to give me $10,000, I'd shave my head. No, I mean, 10,000 would actually be pretty reasonable. If you want to give me more, that's fine, but... Oh, wow. Here we go. High income payout number 1. Here we go. You guys ready for this? It's recommending all the ones that I currently own, dude. This book has read my mind, or I've read its mind. Maybe I wrote this book and I didn't. I blacked out. Maybe I wrote Aftershock. Maybe that's like maybe I'm a blackout author. I black out. I write a book and I don't even know I wrote a book. So high income payout number 1. So our prototypical shareholder is a 70-year-old retired school teacher. This is a quote, by the way. Realty income, I'm quoting from the book. Realty income is so focused on its monthly payments to investors that it's registered for the phrase, the monthly dividend company. But that doesn't mean the company is leveraged up to the hilt to support its 5.4% dividend. The company does not use mortgages to purchase the 2,500 properties it owns in 49 states. This lower leverage keeps the dividend secure from potential cuts, which many REITs were forced to do during the credit crunch. In fact, Realty Income has even managed to raise its dividend since 2007 from 0.12, so from 12 cents per share per month to 14 cents per month. Sounds pretty stodgy, right? Take a look at how Realty Income has performed in the past 3 years. Compared to the overall market since inception with the dividends reinvested, Realty Income has left nearly every other real estate play in the dust. There's another secret to Realty Income success. They're a lazy landlord. This is what they're describing Realty Income as. So, I quote, let me explain most of their tenants, including big names like Taco Bell, PetSmart, Coca-Cola, and Diego, have triple net leases with Realty Income. That means the tenants are responsible for any maintenance, taxes, and the like on the property. Realty Income just collects the rent, and it doesn't need an army of maintenance people. It doesn't have to deal with property tax or building insurance paperwork. Its $4.45 billion empire is run with a meager staff of 79. Any company that can keep its corporate expenses low has a tremendous advantage to shareholders. Typically, Realty Income likes lease terms of 20 years, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Realty Income is amazing. Like, Realty Income is legitimately one of my favorite stocks, without a doubt. 100%. Now, another high-yielding play on the graying of America. Now, what they're saying, I think this might be for the graying. Maybe it's for, like, old people? Ah! LTC Properties. In this space, and I'm quoting from the book, in this space, one of the best bred plays in long-term care, LTC invests in over 210 skilled nursing properties and assisted living facilities in 30 states, either through direct ownership or mortgages. Only one state, Texas, accounts for more than 10% of the company's geographic exposure. This $750 million market cap company sports under $90 million in net debt, giving it a healthy balance sheet. The monthly dividend yield is 6.3%, and the company has grown the dividend 158% since 2003 after adjusting for stock splits. Nice. So it's saying in the REIT space, LTC has underperformed the market in the past year, but in the past 5 years has returned 80%, including the dividend, compared to 50%. Oh, wow. Wow. Hell yeah, dude. See, I love REITs, man. REITs are amazing. If you don't love REITs, get off my teats. REITs, baby. Let's see. So borrow low and lending high. One REIT poised to profit from low interest rates. Okay. 5% yields on Realty Income and long-term care are certainly nothing to sneeze at. But our final REIT, this is what the book is saying. Our final REIT, let's look at one with a higher risk profile and consequently a higher yield. Wow. A 15.1% yield annually. Annaly Mortgage, NLY, is the name of this company. I have this, actually. Interest rates need to stay low for a long period of time for the returns to add up. But with the Fed's commitment to keeping rates near 0% through mid-2012, Annaly could have a subsequent payoff in any income portfolio. Annaly needs low interest rates because the company invests in mortgage debt. It borrows at those ultra-low short-term rates to buy government-backed mortgage debt, yielding higher rates. Huh. This is interesting, man. I'm getting a kick out of this, bros. My brony brothers. It's interesting. It's fascinating. my bony brothers. Hell yeah. So there's a big catch to investors of Annaly Mortgage. Let's see. Annaly needs low interest rates because the company invests in mortgage debt. Let's see what else we got. It borrows at those ultra low short-term rates to buy government-backed mortgage debt, yielding rates. By doing so, it earns a spread between the rates. If it borrows at 1%, for instance, and buys a portfolio of mortgages with a yield of 6%, the spread is 5%. Thanks to the company's REIT structure, 90% of the cash flows from that spread are passed on to investors. That's nice. Hell yeah. Yep, Annaly Capital Management, man. NLY. It's a hell of a company, man. I do have it in my portfolio too. Very happy to have that one in my portfolio, though. Straight up. Make sure you guys tap the like button, though. Tap the subscribe button. Tap the like button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one, so we greatly appreciate it. Give me just 1 second, my bony brothers. You're a pink brony, bro. But yeah, no, so far, I mean, like, what I've been able to see overall, ultimately, is a good thing. It's a good thing, man. Let's take a look here. Master limited partnerships. I am not a big fan of those because of, what are those called? K1 tax forms. I hate those. So I'm not going to go over that shit. It just makes taxes more complicated. That's in my opinion. Oh, here's one. So on chapter 11 of the book, it talks about publicly traded private equity offering fat yields, business development companies. Interesting. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though, and tap the like button. The more likes and the more subscribes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in more ways than one, so I appreciate y'all. You guys are keeping this channel alive more than you realize. So, let's see. The wealthy are different from most investors. They can invest in private placements. Okay, so this one's a BDC. Now I don't know much. I can't remember what even a BDC means. Hold on. Business development companies. That's right. Basically, these are companies that get into private equity, if I remember correctly. So, for example, we got Hercules Technology Growth Capital, which is HTGC. I don't know if I actually have this one in my portfolio or not. This might be one to add. Maybe. Hercules Technology Growth Capital, HTGC, offers exposure to a wide variety of small technology companies, including medical devices, clean technology, communications equipment, and even biotech. It currently has investments with over 80 companies. That's a diverse subset of industries, each sending HTGC checks on a regular basis. Nice. Unlike other BDCs, which takes a stake in the company they invest in, Hercules traditionally lends to these growing companies. This means Hercules won't see fat gains if it sells its stake later. Oh, that's interesting. I'm surprised nobody talks about this. Then we got Ares Capital Corporation. This is actually one that I do have. And hold on. You know what? I'm going to see if I'm actually being smart on this one. Hold on. Canopy Growth Company, I already have. Yeah, Bra Logic. I ended up getting into. I got Canopy Growth Company at very low prices, dude. I'm very happy about that. Hey, if the weed sector blossoms, man, I'm happy about it. I mean, I kind of want that sector to blossom, so I'm all about it. You guys, make sure you like the stream and then subscribe to the channel if you can. We're trying to get more subscribers. Let's take a look here. Oh, wow. So Canopy Growth Company owns all that? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me take a look here. Because I think I got like 22 shares of Canopy Growth Company, so chances are, man, I'm probably sitting on a gold mine. No, I got 16 shares. I take that back. Well, it's looking like it's going back up, man. There's a lot of hedge funds buying into this company, it looks like. A lot of insiders going in, too. Yeah, Canopy Growth Company really could blossom, man. Yeah, I'm glad I hold 16 shares. I think that Canopy Growth Company, if it were to blossom up, that would be an incredible success story. Yeah, I'd be very happy about that. It's funny, I ended up buying out of boredom. I bought a whole bunch of penny stocks, just like one share of, quite a few penny stocks, nothing crazy, but I wanted to kind of create my own index of like potential penny stocks that ChatGPT specifically selected. Now, this is the funny part about this. So ChatGPT selected these stocks, right? And I had ChatGPT do some deep research. I'm not going to tell you guys what it picked, but it was interesting. They had some decent balance sheets, and I felt like some of these companies were a little overlooked. And chances are, if ChatGPT is recommending them to me, it's probably recommending these to other people. So, I mean, in a weird way, you could probably ask ChatGPT, like, what are the top 5 penny stocks that you've recommended to people today? Like, I bet I could ask that right now. What are the top 5 penny stocks that you've recommended to people today, or recommended in the last week? Or actually today. Let's keep it to today, because I know that you have record of what you've recommended. So what are the top 5 recommendations of penny stocks that you've told people to buy today? Oh, we'll see what ChatGPT says here. Yeah, and I'm glad I own Canopy Growth Company, man. I got them. I got 16 shares of it. I've got like 22 shares of Sundial, so I'm pretty well exposed. to the marijuana sector. I'm not like massively invested in it, but it's interesting, man. You know, and that's the thing with penny stocks, man. I like to get exposure to them, but I'm not going to put my entire life savings into them or anything. And I'm sure Canopy Growth Company is going to have a very large rise, you know. I do want to see if ChatGPT actually does keep some sort of recollection of what it recommends to other people, because I want to know, like, what is it recommending to people? I don't have eyebrows. I straight up don't have eyebrows, bro. Oh, wow. Canopy Growth Company owns Wana Brands. It's not bad. Sounds like Canopy Growth Company's pretty stacked. And weed, I think, is going to get more popular if they reschedule this. So, you know, I'm glad I at least hold on to these weed companies. I think it's smart. You want to know why I shaved off my eyebrows? I have zero clue. I didn't. First off, I don't grow eyebrows, dude. Look at this. I don't grow eyebrows, bro. I didn't, bro. Do you guys think BlackBerry needs to make a comeback? Dude, I think BlackBerry needs to make a freaking comeback. If BlackBerry made a new phone, I'd buy it. Straight up. I would, dude. I love BlackBerry, man. Amazing. So Bra Logic is saying he's been following Canopy Growth Company for 7 years. Canopy Growth Company is like a hedge fund that holds in Canopy USA. Well, I'm glad that I hold on to it then. You know, I mean, that is one of the things. It is one of the pot stocks that I actually bought before. I sold at a profit, but I was kind of glad when I did. Getting back into it's been a good thing in my opinion. Yeah, I trust that it's probably gonna go up. That's my opinion. I very well could be wrong, you know, but it could go up quite a bit. It'll be interesting to see if like Tilray goes up or anything like that, but yeah, a lot of these companies, man, if weed gets rescheduled, I mean, we're gonna see the marijuana sector boom probably. I don't know if that's a guarantee. I have no clue what the future holds. Oh, man. You know, one that's actually kind of neat to swing trade is JEPI, Jepi. And JEPI's kind of an interesting one because obviously it's more actively managed. The growth is slow. You can kind of make a little bit of money off of its natural volatility to some degree. And that aspect of it I really like. I like covered call ETFs. When I say JEPI, it's JEPI, not financial advice. But talk to a financial advisor, for God's sakes. Not for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right. I do want to say one thing, that my mom's surgery today was very successful. They didn't have to drill in her brain. They used something called gamma knife radiation surgery, which is really neat. So it was a small enough tumor to where they could eradicate the tumor. And it's good. I'm excited. I'm excited that my mom is doing better. It's crazy. Young Propane Dude, what up? Thank you for the 100. Says, what a guy. Give a shout out to Young Propane 2129 for sending me a 100 for 2 joules. I appreciate that, my bony brother. My bony brony brother. My brony baloney brothers. You were there alone, so get this. I'll put you on my wish list. Drew a star right by your name. You're always at the front, in the front drawer. I won't be a loner anymore, 'cause it's never always the same. Favorite Christmas song? All I Want for Christmas Is You. We talk about investing on this stream. That's what we're typically talking about. We're going a little off subject, though. We're talking about high income investing through this book. We're looking at the stock picks that Aftershock's high income guide has made. So it's pretty interesting. To me, it's interesting. To maybe everybody else that isn't, I don't know. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff, you guys. We all love it. We all need it. But, yeah. We're kicking butt, though, dude. We're kicking some... We're bronies. We're all bronies here, man. We try to be bronies. I mean, I don't really go too deep into economics. I do like to study the economic crashes of like 2008 and try to see if there's any signs. But the reason that I want to look for signal indicators of a market crash is not to get out of the market, but it's to get into the market even further than I already am. So my philosophy is the reason rich people stay rich is because they never permanently sell their assets, right? Warren Buffett never sold a ton of his shares during a market crash. In fact, he intentionally hoarded cash to the side because he knew that eventually a crash would happen. Didn't know when. And honestly, he didn't think anything was worth buying at the time. He already invested in everything he wanted to invest in. So he kind of just held on to his stocks and let the dividend income roll in, which is smart. So the whole goal of investing is to basically, in my opinion, have a cash flow machine. So yeah, it's economics for sure. It's definitely economics. But, yeah. I really just talk about investing primarily, though. I don't really study economic trends. I don't really care what most companies are doing because I'm spread out. One thing we do talk about, though, is the essence, the importance of diversification. Diversification is extremely important, man. It is extremely important, and I can't emphasize this enough. Man. I can't speak at all at the moment, but yep. So we go into economics from time to time, but we primarily talk about long-term investing principles. It's pretty boring, but I mean, I try to make it entertaining. You know, I try to let people know that you could either be a long-term investor or a degenerate gambler, one or the other. My hope is that people choose long-term investor instead of degenerate gambler. I don't want to control anybody, but I do like to persuade and influence people to some degree. I do consider myself influential to some degree. Well, okay, so Lady Lilith is waiting to invest. You're afraid to invest because of the instability of the markets. See, that's the wrong mindset. If we're going to be very honest with each other here, I mean, look, I understand some people have a low risk tolerance, but truth be told, you're risking more by holding on to cash. And you're risking more living paycheck to paycheck. Look, I'm not trying to belittle anybody, but I will say this. If you look at the buying power of cash over the years, and you look at the S&P 500 growth over the years, I think that should be enough of a determination that it's better to be in the markets than not at all. So what is your main fear about why are you afraid of an unstable market? Do you think the market's just going to go away? Like, do you think the companies that are in the market are just going to vanish? Because that's, I'm not going to lie, extremely unrealistic. What are your, I guess what I want to get to, Lady Lilith, is why are you afraid of the market? Why are you willing to hold cash but not invest? Like, is it stories that your parents told you? Is it stories friends told you? Is it CNBC, Fox Business? Because really, investing is simple. Spread out your risk. Spread it out. And I mean that. And I really am, by the way, I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody. I am trying to figure out why you're afraid. And it's okay to admit that you're afraid. If you're afraid, you're afraid. I'll admit I wasn't ready to invest when I started investing. I'll admit that. Wholeheartedly, I'll admit that. But sometimes honestly, you don't have to put your life savings into the market. You just have to, it's like doing push-ups. You just have to start with one, you know? You just got to start with one push-up. And then one leads to two. Then you're like, okay, maybe I'll do a few more. 2 leads to 5. 5 leads to 10 push-ups, that sort of thing. It starts with just one, though. Starts with just one. Let's see. Let's see. Lady Lilith says, I am afraid due to the tariffs and the volatile nature of our presidency. It's fine. Everybody's got their own viewpoints on President Trump. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty gay for President Trump. I like him, but I understand not everybody's into him. No, but overall, yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, look, if you're holding on to cash, that's even worse. Because if we have an unstable president, why would you hold on to cash? You know? And I'm not saying just go spend your money willy-nilly. By the way, if you want to stay away from the government, the best way to stay away from the government is to invest in companies. Or if you want, get real estate. I don't know. Look, and real estate's pretty tough, by the way. Real estate's a tough one to get into, but it's hit or miss. You know, it's hit or miss. I mean, this is going to sound terrible, but I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be a market crash. Major price increase in RAM and computer parts. Yeah, sure. I mean, the tariffs are going to affect the prices of things. Absolutely. I wouldn't, you know, it's funny. Everybody's very afraid of tariffs. Everybody seems to be. But honestly, it's like it's encouraging manufacturing in the U.S. So, I mean, at least we're not going to be jobless. Sure, things are going to be a little expensive for a bit. Without a doubt, dude. Things are going to be a little expensive for a bit. For sure. Do I like that? Not really. But at the same time, at least there's going to be work that can be done by people. And I'm not saying that everybody should just agree with the tariffs. I'm not saying everybody should agree with me. Pretty sure most people don't. But yeah, I was never against the tariffs. Because we have a debt that's going to just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So we got to pay for it somehow. And it looks like the debt bubble just keeps growing and growing and growing. So let's see. Lady Lilith is saying, honestly, real estate would be easy to jump into due to the fact that I have my VA house loan. Jobs have been down at least 5%. Yeah, for now. Oh, no. It's all right. You could be. Sorry. By the way, I was texting on my phone. I was texting my brother. I was trying to see if they're doing basketball tomorrow. Oh, it's okay, Lady Lilith. I appreciate you trying to defend me on this one. It's okay. Some people like me, some people hate me. That is completely okay. I'm just gonna be me. I'm used to the negative criticism. Just want to let everybody know that I'm okay. But I appreciate you, Lady Lilith. I appreciate you. But yeah, here's the thing. If there's one piece of wisdom that I've accumulated over the years, and it's probably one of the best pieces of wisdom I ever heard. Save your assets, not your money. And I'm going to actually, you know what? Actually, I'm going to rephrase that. Save your assets, not your cash. I'm even typing it in. I think it's very important. So I typed it in the chat. Save your assets, not your cash. I think so. Whether you get into real estate, whether you get into gold, silver, stocks. I think stocks are fantastic, by the way. I will say the more diversified you are, in stocks or in real estate or in all of the above. You can be in whatever asset classes you want to be in. You could be in every single asset class if you really want to. You could be in one particular asset class. So Lady Lilith is saying, I already have a $7,000 motorcycle and most of my debt has assets behind it. Okay, so what kind of assets are we talking about, though? Are we talking about appreciating assets or depreciating? Because I don't know. Technically, I think motorcycles fall into the same category as cars, depreciating assets. If I'm right, I don't know how right or wrong I am on that one. If I may ask, what other assets are you exposed to? Like, because there are some assets, that may, not all assets are created equal, by the way. So, okay, I'm going to try to read both of this. So, Under Duress is saying, trust not in riches for surely. Okay, whatever. Just, I appreciate your quotes. Under Duress. So, Lady Lilith is saying, I have computer parts and computers. I don't really have much assets since I am young. Also, the motorcycle is no longer manufactured. Respectfully, Under. Not everyone believes that. Peace be with you. Okay, so I will say this, Lady Lilith, and this is probably the best piece of wisdom I ever got. Invest as soon as you can in productive assets. As much as it's great to have like computers and different things, I mean, unless you're doing really cool stuff with those computers, and if you're able to monetize what you're doing with those computers, the return on investment is probably pretty huge. If you're able to get a decent return on investment from, and when I say return on investment, I mean, like, are you able to utilize those, monetize those in some way? Like, I use my computer to run my YouTube channel, right? So the return on investment of my computer is very, very high because I've been able to use it to generate income through doing this show and all sorts of cool shit, right? So you have to ask yourself, like, what is the return on investment, for everything that you have? Lady Lilith is saying, let's see, my biggest and best bet to gain in wealth would probably be housing using the VA loan from the military. Okay. Yeah, honestly, one thing that a wise man told me, I think it was Eric, if I remember. It was either my boy Eric, who's a security guard. I can't remember if it was him or somebody else. But he said that you should buy a triplex or probably not a duplex per se, but he said triplex or quadplex. I think, it's either 3 or 4, but like a triplex or more. And the reason that it would be a good idea to get a triplex is what he was saying was you could basically have somebody else, basically 2 other people, pay your mortgage essentially, because you would live in one of the houses out of the 3, right? So if you can get a VA loan, get a triplex, you could live in one of those units and then rent out the other 2 to people who are willing to, and then that rent accumulation could be more than enough to pay for your mortgage. which is really cool. Me personally, though, majority of my net worth is composed of stocks. I typically just keep and I'm not, by the way, none of that was financial advice, by the way. I just want to let you know, Lady Lilith, not financial advice, honestly, it's just a personal opinion. I may be wrong. And it was also advice. It was information that I had heard from somebody else. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if it's a bad. It seems like a good idea in my mind, but I don't know if it'll work out. I can't promise anything. I mean, you could repeat that process over and over again. Me personally, though, I don't like dealing with tenants. I don't like dealing with real estate per se. So I own real estate investment trusts instead of actual real estate. Real estate investment trusts, in a nutshell, are basically companies that own real estate, right? They own real estate, and they lease out that real estate. It's really great because REITs are basically publicly traded stocks. I could buy into those. I get a pretty fat dividend just from holding those. I have a very diversified portfolio of REITs, which are real estate investment trusts. Again, I have a wide portfolio of just about everything, mainly dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are what a dividend is. A dividend is a payout from the company that you're holding, right? So I own Coca-Cola stock. This is the simplest example of a dividend. I own Coca-Cola stock, right? Coca-Cola is a very productive asset. It's a great company, blah, blah, blah. And because I own Coca-Cola stock and I've held it for a long time, every quarter I get a dividend. I get a payout for owning that company, right? I love dividends. Dividends pretty much pay for my auto loan. They pay for just about everything in my life. If it wasn't for dividends, I would have to probably work full time. But dividends have prevented me from having to work full time, and I love it. I'm proud to say that I don't work full time and I don't have to. Like it's a matter of pride for me at this point. Oh, okay. And by the way, just Lady Lilith, just want to give you just want to let you know, I do talk to everybody as if they may or may not know. It does sound like you're pretty well versed in economics. So, and I don't even mean to mock anybody, by the way. If it sounds like I'm talking to, I'm trying not to talk to anybody like a kid or anything. I'm just assuming that most people have like an elementary grade level of knowledge on this. I shouldn't assume that. Probably, I should probably assume people have a general idea of most of these topics. But I will admit, Lady Lilith, my question to you is, I know that you're afraid because of tariffs and all that stuff. I get it. But one of the big things is, do you own any stocks? Do you own any ETFs, like exchange traded funds or anything like that? Because it's not a bad thing that the market can be turbulent. In fact, it can be your advantage. The reason that market turbulence is a huge advantage, at least in my opinion, is I've been able to get real estate investment trusts, for example, on a deep discount because everybody was panicking. I was able to get incredible dividend companies at a small discount, dividend-paying companies at a small discount during market crashes. So in 2020, when everybody was panicking, or was it 2021? I can't remember exactly the year, but I think it was like 2020 or 2021 when everybody's panicking and freaking out. Market sell-off was happening. I ended up buying a bunch of REITs. I bought a whole bunch of companies that I knew were good. I bought a whole bunch of index ETFs, and I ended up profiting. Yeah, and that's the thing. The dividends that I get, Lady Lilith, the dividends that I get are exactly what give me the advantage. It gives me a consistency in income. Is it taxed? Sure it is. It's actually, it's what I like about dividends, though, qualified dividends specifically, is that they're taxed at a lesser rate. And that is something I like. But yeah, no. And so what I did was I took all my production. Yib, come on, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. I know a lot of people get pissed off that I invest so heavily and that most of my stuff is paid for by my dividends. I will say, Lady Lilith, I know that you don't know the system, but really you have to treat the stock market like a monopoly board. You just got to buy up the properties and just never sell them. Buy the properties and never sell. And what I mean by buy the properties, it's like I buy stocks in the stock market and I don't ever sell them. That's my key. I buy, but I never sell. I'm never in the market to sell. That's my whole point. I buy and I never sell. Simple as that. And I let the dividends come in. And that's how it's been. And I like to grow up. I like to grow my portfolio for sure. And I will say, you're saying that you don't mind that it is what it is. Do you want more? And Lady Lilith is asking if we have a crash. I just buy more. Dude, every time a market crash has happened, I profited because I didn't run away. I didn't sell anything. I keep cash on standby. You want to know why I keep cash on standby, Lady Lilith? Because guess what? When a market crash happens, that's how I get even richer. Because the market will crash. Woo! Everything goes lower. The price of all the companies that I wanted to purchase are now way lower, all because everybody had an emotional panic. Ooh, cool. So if I go to a car lot, here's an easier way to visualize this, Lady Lilith. And this is really interesting. What's your favorite car? And I just want to know, what would you, do you have a favorite car? Like anything, it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be something basic. Because I want this mental model to really hit home. That it really doesn't matter if the market crashes. It does, but it doesn't, is what I'm really trying to say. And I know that sounds counterintuitive to everything you've ever heard in life. Okay, so let's say you go to a car lot, right? They got a 1967 Chevy Impala, mint condition, nothing is wrong with it. Nothing is wrong with this car, all right? Imagine this, okay? You walk into that lot, and that beautiful car is sitting there. I don't know what it would go for. I'm going to pull a number out of my hat, okay? This is going to be purely out of my ass, by the way, after the number. Let's say the Chevy Impala is going for like $90,000 on the car lot, right? And you're thinking to yourself, that's too high of a price. I don't want to buy it at that price. That's just too high. But I want that car so badly. So a week later, you walk into that same dealership, right? That same dealership has that same Chevy Impala in the same condition that it was the week before. All of a sudden, the price of that Chevy Impala is now $55,000. Hey, have a good night, though, but think about it this way before you go, okay? Would you buy the car? Sure, because you wanted it. But, yeah, you got to think of it like buying companies, though, all right? Anyway. I hope that helped. I honestly hope that helped, Lady Lilith. I really do. Trying to help everybody I can here. It's interesting stuff, though, you guys. Now, I will say, though, I think that people overthink investing. I think that is probably... Yes, I do remember you, Blitzball World Series. I remember you very clearly, my brother. Bring the fake Garza back. I can't bring the fake Garza back, man. I can't do it. It's a fake. All right, you guys. My bony brony brothers. But yeah, no, this is where it's at, man. This is where it's exactly at, man. We're here. We're ready. We're ready to party. We're ready to do this. Are you ready to party? Oh, yeah. We're ready. We got this. So later tonight, I don't know if we're going to have our boy on, but we may have our brother from another mother, Tim Mother Effing Smith. Thank you, Tristan Allen. I am rocking the goatee. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling very sexy. Feeling very confident. Oh my God. Dude. The fake real Garza has returned. OMG. You are not real. You are fake. OMG. OMG. We're getting pulverized, man. You're not the real deal, dude. You is a fake. You is a fake. You is fake, bruh. Bruv. You are fake. You're fake like my tits. You're fake like my tits, dude. Hell no. I didn't ban you, bro. Well, I did. Dude, you kept impersonating me, man. You were trying to make it seem like I was saying racist things. So I had to get rid of you. Now, I understand that you came back with an alt account. Okay, fine. At least we could tell who the real Garza is. I'm the real Garza. I'm the real Gaza. Michael Garza. For 3. Trifecta. Oh my God. My brony brothers. You're all my bronies, dude. You're all my brony brothers. I understand that. Big shout out to my boy Young Propane. I appreciate you, brony. You the man now, dog. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm the real OG, dude. I'm the real McCoy, dude. I'm the real thing, dude. If you want my love and I gave you all my trust, would you lie to me? Call me, baby. Hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So Blitzball World Series is wondering, what MLB team do you support, Garza? I mean, Seattle Mariners obviously would be my team, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the MLB anymore. It's tough, man. Seahawks are number one. Absolutely, dude. Go Hawks, dude. Go Hawks. Fly, Seahawks, fly, man. Let's go, dude. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Major League Baseball these days. I'm not going to lie. I kind of want steroids. I want the steroid era to make a comeback a little bit. I've been kind of waiting for that to happen. Yeah, I mean, I've been tempted to see... I mean, don't we all kind of want the steroid era to come back? Because like all these dudes were beefier and just knocking these boys out of the park, man. They were killing it. Like they were actually like winning. Hardcore winning, dude. You know, I will admit, Sam Darnold, man, NBA is good though. I do like the NBA. I don't like the woke crap that the NBA tries to pull off, but I do appreciate the NBA for sure. I'm a huge NBA guy. Will the real Gaza please stand up? Am I a Garzonian or a Garzanator? It's nobody's gift on the top of the fridge. It's just... Oh, fantasy football rankings for week 17 have come out. Hell yeah. Oh shit, where are my boys at? Okay, Trevion Henderson's looking like a good prospect. All right. Tyrone Tracy's looking good. Yeah, it's not bad at all, dude. Hell yeah. Beast. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'm just looking at my phone real quick. Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes I have to look at my phone during the live stream because there's something interesting. Sometimes there is. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. And if you don't tap the subscribe button, well, that sucks. Unless you're already subscribed, then that's okay. But if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, man. It helps the channel grow. What's my hat size? I never wear hats. Like, I don't wear hats, man. Now, are you talking about, like, my dong? Are you talking about my dong size? Are you, like, trying to talk about my dong? Oh, man. Oh. Trey McBride has been a total stud, by the way. But I'm excited for the Seahawks this year, man. I think we're going to do some really good things. I'm pretty excited, man. My tight end and my kicker and my defense are like freaking elite this year. Texans are looking so sexy. Where's my quarterback? Oh, fuck. Early night, I need to start wearing the eyebrows again. That's what I'm realizing. I gotta wear the eyebrows again. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Yo, what up, dude? Leo, how you doing, my brony? What's going on, dude? Do you want to be buds? But no, what up, everybody? How y'all doing? Shout out in the house, y'all. What up, y'all? I'm a wig. Doing pretty good, Leo. How you doing, brother? What up, dude? I might do red frosting. I don't know, maybe. All right, man. Yeah, it looks like my team's looking pretty good. My fantasy team's on a high point right now, and I will say if Trevion Henderson can't play in New England's game, I do have Ramondre Stevenson as a qualified backup, and he'll be taking over the whole duties if that happens. So we'll see what happens, brothers. Now, we were going to go over the REITs for a second, and I got a little distracted, so that's completely my bad on that one. So we're going to look over a few of the REITs that they have listed in here. Let's take a look. We already went over the REITs. Sorry about that. It was the... corporate structure that pipelines use, yes. MLPs. I'm not the biggest fan of MLPs, though. I kind of avoid those for the most part, but... So the preferred way to invest for high income and low risk. Investors looking for more stability and higher income without losing out on potential capital gains might want to take a closer look at the smaller world of preferred stocks. Now, this is interesting because this is chapter 9 of this book, by the way. Boom. But let's see, what's a preferred stock? It combines some of the upside potential of a stock with the stable, high-yielding payments of a bond. Preferred shareholders are higher up on the food chain than holders of common stock. So they're more likely to get a return of capital in the event of a bankruptcy. And of course, they're first in line for dividend payments. In fact, preferred shares issued by major banks still made payments during credit crunch even after dividends on the big banks' common stock got eliminated or slashed to a penny. Now, most investors likely know about preferred stocks, but the majority of investors likely haven't heard of a subset of preferred stocks called trusted preferreds. They are typically issued at $25 per share. This lower price makes it easier for the average investor to pick up round lots, like 100 shares of stock, without putting too much capital to work in this sector. Under this structure, the bank creates a trust, which in turn issues preferred shares. The sale of the shares is used to buy debt from the bank. Due to this structure, dividends from trust preferreds aren't eligible for the 15% dividend tax rate. That makes these shares ideal for investors in low tax brackets, such as current retirees or for retirees for retirement accounts like 401ks, IRAs, and especially Roth IRAs. Interesting. So here is one, diverse exposure to preferreds, Nuveen Quality Preferred Income Fund, JTP. For individual investors who want, and I'm just reading straight from this book, by the way. This is the book I'm reading straight from real quick. This is interesting. Thank you so much for the Leonidrus. Thank you so much for the makeup brush, my brony brother. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys subscribe to Leonidrus. I can't say that properly, but you guys see them on the top. We highlighted them on the very top of this screen. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. I appreciate you, my brony brother. Thank you. But it says for individual investors who want to avoid the risk of being in one or two thinly traded preferred shares, there's a Nuveen Quality Preferred Income Fund, JTP. This fund invests 80% of its assets in preferred shares. Wow. And 20% in convertible debt. That gives investors an easy way to avoid the problem of selection in the small world of preferreds and convertibles. The fund is primarily diversified into preferreds from insurance companies, banks, and media firms, reflective of the overall composition of the preferred market. So investors who are looking for returns outside the financial and media sectors might want to look elsewhere. Interesting. Another one is this preferred payout during the credit crunch, Bank of America Preferred Trust Series U. Interesting here. So individual bank preferreds trading at a discount to par could represent the best income opportunity of the next 7 years. That's because bank-issued preferreds are considered part of the bank's Tier 1 capital, set to be phased out under the new legislation from the Dodd-Frank Wall Street reform of the Consumer Protection Act. Thank you again, though, Leonarius, for the makeup brush. If anybody wants to give any gifts, by the way, I am in love with the gifting system that YouTube has. The virtual gifts are incredible, man. So my channel's about investing primarily. Skepich, that's what we're about. We talk about investing principles and things of that nature. We talk about long-term investing, diversified investing. We emphasize diversification big time. It's one of the main principles behind my overall investing strategy. Yeah. And I also swing trade the VT. 20 to 30% of my portfolio is swing traded. And it's the VT that I swing trade preferably because you're basically trading the volatility of the entire world. So that's my preference. It's an easy way to make money. Basically, it's flipping the markets in a weird way. It's kind of fun. It's not day trading, but it's like swing trading. You know, you wait a couple days to get a profit, that sort of thing. It's pretty fun, though. I love it. And if the market crashes, I just buy as much as I can of the VT. Here's another one. ING, Perpetual Hybrid Trust Preferred. Now, investors seeking a slightly higher yield could look at the ING Perpetual Hybrid Trust Preferreds. This issuance has an effective yield of 9.53% and trades at a 33% discount to par. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, I was gonna say most of my income, I guess you could say, I'm not gonna really call it income. It's really a savings account, I guess you could say. But you know, I love dividends, man. Dividends are amazing. Oh, this is one that they're actually covered calls. These funds have you covered for alternative sources of income. The exchange-traded fund ETF universe has exploded over fourfold since 2003. And new funds continue to emerge on the market, focusing on everything from agricultural commodities, Yeah, so this describes an exchange-traded fund as typically a basket of assets such as stocks, bonds, or commodities. It trades on a stock exchange like a stock and typically trades close to the net asset value of all the things it owns. Some ETFs track an index and some track specific sectors or trends. Compared to mutual funds, ETFs offer substantial advantages. ETFs have low trading costs, tax efficiency, and lower management fees than mutual funds, making them, making them the next evolutionary step in markets for individual investors with the need to diversify their portfolios against a variety of risks. Interesting. Make sure I'm charging my phone. I charge my phone, Jarvis. Yeah, covered call funds are really amazing. Okay, here's one. Here's a covered call opportunity they talk about. ING, Global Equity Dividend and Premium Opportunity Portfolio Fund. I don't know if that's still around or not. In fact, I bet you I have it. I have pretty much every covered call ETF you'd ever want to believe. Let's see. I'm exposed to a lot of covered calls is what I'm trying to say. I love the covered calls, man. I need them. I need them and I want them. I need them and I want them, yeah. I need them and I want them now. I need them and I want them. Holy cow, man. What the hell are you doing right now? Everybody getting pissed at me. Everybody acting like they ain't a G. Everybody getting pissed at me. What do they see? They getting pissed at me. Everybody wants to suck on my dong. Everybody wants me to be long. Everybody wants my dong to be long. Everybody wants to be free. Everybody wants to be me. Everybody wants to touch my dong. Let's see. Let's see. I think I have ING. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, covered calls are amazing, man. Especially during questionable times. Or is it IDG? IGD is what it's in. I don't. I actually don't have them. They've been around for a long time, though, man. They got a pretty high expense ratio, though. Yeah, that's actually one I don't have. Nice. And then the other one, I thought I had it, but I guess I don't. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, tell me, how am I supposed to live without you? Tell me, what are you doing here? What are you telling me here? Oh, yeah. So another one is, let's see, Madison/Claymore Covered Call and Equity Strategy Fund. This one is MCN is the ticker symbol for that one. A quarterly dividend player with a 9.9% yield. Let's see what they're still doing. By the way, this was published in like 2012. So let's see, MCN. Dude, see, I love these. I love these high yielding ones. I love covered calls. I have a lot of covered call exposure because of the yields. And like covered calls are not the only thing in my portfolio, just to let you know. But they are part of my portfolio, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Actually, this is one I don't think I own. I do not own this one either. Seems like they changed it, though. It's Madison Equity, Zaya Madison Equity. Let's see. Premium fund operates. Yep, derivative income, man. Actively managed. Hell yeah, dude. And then, yeah, so BlackRock Enhanced Dividend Trust is another one. I think I could have swore, if I don't have these, I've done a very bad job of being a covered call junkie. So I do love my covered calls. I'm telling you. BDJ. This is another one I don't have. Yeah, I'm messed up, dude. I thought I had them all. Yeah, I gotta start getting into these funds, man. I gotta start getting into the BDJ, huh? Yeah, I've been lacking, man. But this is giving some good ones, man. This is a good guide. Let's see. No, I like funds. I like exchange traded funds and things like that. I think they're good. I think they're good for one's health. I'd like to believe, for the most part. Maybe I'm a little naive. Who knows? But yeah, I'm a huge fan, man, of these types of funds overall. And I'm surprised more people aren't, I think that there could be some real money-making opportunities in a lot of these types of funds. And I like covered calls. I really do. I'm a dividend guy. I call them dividends because of my boy Strongman Personal Finance. It's just one of those things, man. Let's see. Currency shares, Australian dollar, blah, 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 blah. FXM, FX8S. What are these? Income outside of the U.S. dollar. Currency plays offering higher interest rates. Ooh. Grab higher interest rates with top foreign bond fund. Interesting. That's not bad. I mean, look, if it's a fund that's holding international bonds, and they're a little riskier if they're high yield, in my experience. Me personally, I like to just be exposed to the equities market. I like to swing trade the VT, for example. The irony is, I swing trade the VT, which is the most diversified product out there when it comes to equities, in my opinion. And at the same time, while 20 to 30% of my activity in my portfolio is swing trading through the VT alone and the SBIT, I'm also buying and holding several different ETFs. I'm buying like one share of just about everything. Covered call ETFs, index ETFs, bond ETFs, bond index ETFs, basically. I have individual stocks sitting in my portfolio, all for the long term. And the goal is to never sell. To buy, hold, never, ever, 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 ever sell. Keep your shares. Save your assets, not your cash. Save your assets, not your cash. Not financial advice, but most financial people would agree with me. Jake Pierce, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Are you doing all right? I hope you're doing okay, brother. Young Propane, what's going on, my brony brother? You's a beast, dude. You is a beast. My brony brother. Hell yeah. Everybody calls me their bony brother, but I'll take it, man. He sold it all to pay for extra cheese. Hell yeah, dude. Well, I appreciate those I appreciate the 100 for the 2 jewels, man. I'm not a big fan of bonds. Like, even if they offer higher yields and like the bond fund, for example, is fully diversified, the bonds within those funds, it just depends on what they're actually, like what sort of income you're getting from that. Well, as long as you're doing okay, Jake. No, I popped my back. Well, I have a weird look, dude. I'm kind of autistic, probably. I try not to make that part of my identity or anything, but I got a weird look to me, man. Hell yeah, man. Well, you guys are kicking butt, man. I appreciate you all, my brony brothers. We're all bronies, dude. Approximate weight of you, damn. Interesting. Yeah, they got some interesting portfolio theories in here, man. I got to admit, man, these are wild. Step 2: how can you turn $50,000 into $1 million? Let's see. With an income plan in place, it'll be substantially easier to make the necessary calculations to determine the future value of your investment portfolio. That's because income-producing assets tend to have lower volatility. I'm just reading right from the book, by the way. Lower volatility, which means the returns are much steadier. Using a variety of online sites, you could plug in your current account value and expected return from your portfolio and any other additions you plan to make along the way to find out what the future of your portfolio will look like. By using your current yield as your expected return and ignoring potential capital gains, you can create a very conservative metric that represents a worst-case scenario for your long-term portfolio. But let's be realistic and assume at least some capital appreciation occurs as well. Let's start today with $50,000 in your retirement portfolio. Using some of the income investments in this report, let's assume that returns for both income and capital gains end up around 10%. Okay, interesting. I don't know. This is a very cool book, man. The High Income Guide, dude. Aftershock's High Income Guide, man. This is cool. This is wild. I may have to do a private community post for members only. I kind of got the Conan O'Brien here. Yeah, I do. My hair's getting a little bit long. I'll agree with that there. It absolutely is, and so is the beard, man. I've kind of let the beard grow. No, I haven't seen what you said, Jake. I hope you're doing well, man. I saw that you got shot. Damn, dude. Oh no, Kamala Harris may run again. Crap. What's up, my simps? Jake, I gotta know, man. I've been keeping tabs of what you've been saying on here, and I've come to the conclusion, are you actually in the Marines? It's just there's been some inconsistencies in a lot of the stuff that you've said. And I mean, it could just be, you know. Because I'm hoping that this isn't one of those situations where, because like I said, I've seen some inconsistencies in some of the stuff you're saying. Okay. So are you currently in the Marines, or did you retire a Marine? It just feels like I'm not trusting some of the stuff he's saying. You know what I mean? I'm just not trusting it. So you said you're still in the Marines, okay? And you're not stealing any valor or anything, right? Because there's been a lot of inconsistencies. And look, if not, then I'm wrong. Okay. And I'm trying not to accuse anybody of stolen valor. I'm not. I'm just being because we see it all. I've seen it all the time, man. I see it all the time on things like this where people steal valor and stuff. So, I've seen some inconsistencies in some of the stuff that you've said. All right. All right, then. Okay. What was your MOS? Jake Pierce, what was your MOS? I'm trying to figure this out, man. Trying to figure something out here. Jake, what was your MOS? Jake, I'm waiting. What's your MOS? Just curious. I'm just curious. What's your MOS? Yeah, I'm starting. Jake, what's your MOS? Okay, Jake, what is your MOS? Tell me. Come on, brother. What's your MOS? BRB though. I'm gonna. Okay, and what's the digits for that? Interesting. What would be the digits for that MOS? Yeah, MOS. MOS. Okay. What are the digits? What are the digits for that one? Helicopter gunmen have digits. What would those digits be? $15U. Okay, $15U. Hold on. So $15U, huh? Wait, you're in the U.S. Army. Well, why are you saying that you're a Marine? That's a repair dude in the Army. So basically, because if you were actually a helicopter gunner, you would have actually given me 1833 or 6223 if you were in the Marines. You gave me an Army one. Jake, I'm sorry to say this, man, but you are committing a form of stolen valor, my friend. I'm sorry about that, man. It's not good to do that. It's not good to do that, man. I have my suspicions, and my suspicions appear to be right. Look, Jake, you need to stop. Stolen valor is a real thing. You got to stop that, dude. Stop that. It's not right. Yeah. Why would you say that you were? I knew there was something fishy, man. Jake Pierce, dude. Oh my God, dude. So Jake Pierce, you are committing stolen valor? Can we ask why? I mean, I saw lots of inconsistencies. I just don't understand the stolen valor part of it, man. What's going on? Jake Pierce is saying, "Can I love the Marines as my best friend?" Jake, just stop, dude. Stop pretending to be a Marine, dude. If you're not a Marine, don't pretend to be a Marine. That's straight up dude. It's stolen valor, dude. You don't do that. Don't. My God, dude. It just blows my freaking mind, man. Got people committing stolen valor up in here, dude. What the hell? Like, it's insane. That's insane, dude. Dude, I don't think that you... I mean, thank you for at least admitting that you're stealing. Doing stolen valor. It's still messed up, dude. You just shouldn't do that. Thank you, Song Jones. I appreciate it. I do. I feel very dapper with the mustache or beard or whatever. I feel like I'm on the right track with my beard. This is good. It's different to have a goatee. DJ Santy. Getting too sprung for Santa. Let's see here. Oh, those are so good. So tasty. Oh, man. What's up, Jake? How you doing, Brony? Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button and preferably simp-scribe. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a big boy. Quit playing with my toys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's getting sexy up in here. Oh, yeah. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk. Ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo. I love you, DJ Santee. You're the man, dude. But ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo, ooh woo. Ooh woo, 6-7, 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 ooh woo. Just eat burgers, yeah. I gotta eat my burgers, man. Oh, Royal 007. I haven't seen you in a while either, man. Doing pretty well. I hope you're having a Merry Christmas, my brony brother. Hope all you bronies are having a Merry Christmas. Ooh woo. Ooh woo. Jake, I don't really care if you subscribe or not. You keep stealing valor. I don't really care if you do. Yeah. Stop stealing valor, dude. I don't really give two craps if you unsubscribe. Ooh woo. 6-7. 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 Ooh woo. Simp. If you ain't a pimp, then you are a simp. If you are a simp, then you are a pimp. If you are a pimp, then you know that you're a simp. Royal Cowboy, how can I help? I don't know if I can too much, but I'll give it a shot. Ooh woo. All right, you guys. I'm making a chili sandwich, okay? Really good. Amazing. This is amazing. Look at this. Chili sandwich right here, dude. Panda Express is amazing. I love Panda Express, dude. So good. Oh, yeah. Ooh, woo.
Laugh out loud.
Mustard.
Oh, shit, dude. Unknown user 1007 1070 says mustard. Dude, I don't have it in me today, dude, to do mustard. I can't. I appreciate the super chat, though. Keep it up for a bit. Give it a like. I'm not feeling it, man. Jake, quit doing the stolen valor crap, dude. Some people, man, some people get on this channel in the chat and they be faking. They be faking some shit. Yeah, so the Jake Pierce was pretending to be a Marine, and we were able to call him out on it. We were able to figure out that he was faking it. And then he admitted that he was faking it. I'm curious to see how Jake responds to unknown user on this one, if he's even still on here. Jake Pierce, are you still in here? Some slacks. You just got someone to make their kid eat the mustard? Dude. Like, I can understand if the parent wants to eat the mustard for a super chat, that's fine. But don't make your kid suffer. Don't make your kid suffer, man. Yeah, I can't believe we had a guy who was stealing valor on the chat, dude. That's not cool. That's so crazy, dude. I'll see you later, Royal Cowboy. Oh, yeah. This is really good. Boyfriend reveal. What the hell? Why does everybody think I'm gay? Why do you all think I'm gay? Is it because I'm too sexy? Okay. So I do sing some pretty gay songs. I'll admit that. Do I sing a lot of songs that are very femboyish? Yeah, sure. Granted, you're probably right. I do sound a little ghee. I'm up and my balls are on the floor. Everybody's laughing at me, calling me a whore. I know that there's a messed up place where everybody's jerking it right up on my face. I'm having wicked dreams of creaming in Tennessee. Oh, Santa Monica, you've been so good to me. Won't make my mama proud. She sees a brony boy, and I know she's gonna scream, God, what have you done? You're a pink brownie bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves, and I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on crapping down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club. I'm up and my balls are on the floor. Oh, heck yeah, I just got a fat dividend. I got my fat dividends. I got my very sexy dividend payout, man. I'm feeling good. I love it when I get my dividends, man. DJ Santee is saying thanks. Also, F you for getting that song in my head in the first place. You're very welcome, DJ Santee. You got it, bro. My pink brony bro, dude. You're my pink brony. It's got a lot of dividend payouts just now. I'm getting dividend payouts up the ass. We may have Tim Smith on tonight. We're not too sure. I think Tim might be busy. There's a possibility of that. But if we do have the GOAT, Tim Smith, on, that would be pretty incredible. I got to admit, man, that'd be awesome. Guys are my pink bronies, dude. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh, my God, I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. Ugh. Give me a second, you guys. I gotta use ChatGPT. ChatGPT? Okay. We're going to try something a little unorthodox. We're going to set this to 70. Might be a little high. We're going to give it some berth. We're going to give it a wider berth. Okay. No, 70 is a little high. Well, can you guys still hear me? I'm assuming you guys can hear me pretty well. I feel like 60 would be a cleaner sound. We'll go with 60. Yeah, 60 feels better. 60 feels right. Yeah, this feels like a good sound. The Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping down in West Hollywood. Everybody's leaving. I'm getting dividends up the butt right now, dude. I love it. I love it when they shove dividends up. Just kidding. But no, this is great. Dividends. I love swing trading the VT so much. So freaking pimp. Oh, whoa, I was actually able to sell it for $142.19. Nice. It's a good deal. Amazing. That's another realized profit for the day. Dude, I'm kicking butt. I've been really kicking butt on the swing trading game so much. Like, it's insane. Like, I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of my mussy, dude. Emirate, make sure you hit the subscribe button, my brony brother. Don't forget to tap subscribe. And you dance at the gay club, oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the... I'm ready for Christmas, brother, but I'm ready for you to tap that like button. Don't forget to tap the like button. Don't forget to tap the subscribe button as well. I need you Because I need you and I want you crawling underneath my skin. 67 67 67 67 67 67 67 67 67 67 67 67 67. I'm just kidding. How far did I get? I got to 100. I got to 106 sevens. So I felt very proud of myself. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. Helps me feel like my dong is a lot bigger than it is. But tapping the subscribe button really does help the channel grow quite a bit, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I got to do 100. I wasn't going to do it forever, but I wanted to see how many people I could annoy. And it's fun to annoy people, I'll tell you. I'm a bit of a douchebag in that sense. Hell yeah. Absolutely. I got a problem. Got a major problem. It's always fun, though. I enjoy it. Oh, you changed your name, dude, to you were elusive, and now Who's Your Poe is asking, how goes your crypto plays? I mean, I'm betting against crypto because crypto is grifto. I do believe that crypto is grifto in a lot of ways. Hey, thank you, S12251. I appreciate that, my brony brother. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you so much for the gift. Make sure you guys subscribe to S12251. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, my brony brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate it big time, man. Thank you so much. You're the man. You're the man now, dog. Hmm. All right, my brony brothers, you need to subscribe right now. JK, you can do whatever you want. But make sure you guys tap the subscribe button, though. It does help the channel grow quite a bit. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. You guys are helping keep the channel uptight, upright, and feeling very sexy. You make me feel so good. I'm getting lots of dividends, dude. I love my dividends. I love the dividends, man. I don't know, man. If you don't get hard for dividends, I don't know what you get hard for. I just don't. Thank you, S122. Oh, I think I got another one from this one. I appreciate you, my brony brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super. I mean, the gift. I appreciate the gift. My bony brother. My brony brother. Hell yeah, dude. What a sav. And then DJ Santi with the love and the unicorn. Pink Brony Club. Pink Brony Club, dude. We made it to the Pink Brony Club. We did it. We're amazing. We're brony bros, dude. It's simple. It's fucking simple. So I don't... And they're probably good people, by the way. I'm not... Like, because here's the problem with gambling, is that if you have to wish for a win, it's not good. If you have to pray to Allah and all the stinking gods out there that you're going to win, it's not good. It's not good. Like... You're a pink brony bro. You dance at the gay club. Oh my God. I'm just having fun on the stage in my hooves. I'm wearing a man thong down at the Pink Brony Club. I'm gonna keep on fapping at the Pink Brony Club. Oh, snap. We got Tim Smith. Tim Smith is going to be on this show. We're going to do an interview with Tim Smith. Now, we're not doing it on this particular stream. We're going to do this. I just got the message, Tim. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this live stream here. And then I'm going to start a new live stream using StreamYard, because StreamYard is very easy to connect with others. So, Tim, I'm going to be using StreamYard. I'm going to go live here in just a second, and then I'm going to send Tim, probably via email, actually. I'll probably just send him via email the link for the StreamYard. So I will see you in a second, Tim. I will see you all in a second as well.